welcome, you know about it, to the show. That is, by the way.
That is,
That is show.
Yeah, it's not a show.
In case you were confused.
Yeah.
It's like, not like the show, like the wrestler.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Not like,
But also not like if you're like, oh, shoot, I wanted to see Good Papa. No, this is Bad Dad.
this is, opposite.
Attract, like Paula Abdul.
Oh, dude, my first concert.
Really?
Yeah.
No freaking way.
Paula Abdul and Color Me Bad.
Oh,
Oh, it was
where was it at?
Sports Arena, San Diego Sports Arena.
Holy. Okay.
So I had to go with my sister and my mom, which they're cool.
That's hot.
They're cool. And I was 11, and I probably maybe knew what a concert was, but like thinking like it was a stadium, like Van Halen in a stadium or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of some indoor venue. Yeah, Paula Abdul and Color Me Bad. I knew none of the songs for Color Me Bad, but thought it was better than Paula Abdul, even though I knew lots of songs, and she was great.
Yeah.
She was.
Okay.
She was. Of course, I was 11, and I'm terrible taste in music, which I'll probably talk about later. But
Maybe. Yeah. No, that's
that
it.
might come up later.
Good.
But on today's show, we're talking about being intentional, right?
That's right. That's right. Talking about the indecision to act by making a choice for comfort.
That's what I meant.
No, it's the same
I
thing.
know
Though.
there's an I word.
Oh, I got it. But you have to be intentional to be able
I
to
was just
do
saying
so. It was.
Yeah, it's a different spin on being intentional, right? It's okay. Well, when it's time to act, you have to act, right? And the indecision is the killer.
Yeah. What we were talking about earlier, you said like an execution killer,
Yeah. No, I'll talk about that later.
right?
I'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Did pick up on that.
I'll
That
pick
was
it up
crazy
later.
when you said it earlier.
But yeah, so today we're going to unpack that a bit. We're going to talk about the indecision to execute on things and what happens, or maybe less about what happens, right? But we were kind of talking about, how it's important to act in the moment and
That's
to
right.
be decisive and to not just, hesitate or go, oh, I don't know, how time should I do this? It seems like a good time, but hey, maybe there's some other things coming up, and then you forget, what was I thinking about?
That's it. Exactly. I've saw, the schedule and the thing, and I'll make time for it. And this and that is, no, you like right now, because you only ever have right now. Do you know what I'm saying? The present.
Nope,
So
it's gone.
yeah,
Got
yeah,
it back.
it went away.
Dang
Yeah.
it.
Here it is.
Hey, no one. Squirrel. Oops, I did it again.
Might talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about Brittany later.
Yeah,
Leave it alone.
and it's not because of fascination. Like her name's Brittany,
Mhm.
right? So it was not because we like disrespecting other limbs. Like we can call it Brit elbow, right? Brit knuckle, right?
Moose
Brit
knuckle.
toe. Who?
Moose knuckle.
Moose knuckle? No, I don't know what that
Oh,
means.
never mind.
Oh, you kind of do it. Because we can do a play, right? Like if it's Brittany, it could be like Spaniard elbow.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should be
Like
French knuckle.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. French knuckle's better.
Brittany.
We would not have been able to move forward without getting that out.
A Dutch toe.
Ooh, that's good. Call it a DT.
Yeah.
So this episode, excuse me, I get nervous when I'm on the podcast.
I hope they could hear that in the microphone.
It was the chair. It was the chair.
And now a quick word from our sponsor.
A big thank you to our sponsor, Purchase Green Artificial Grass and Supplies, a local wholesale retail distributor with everything you need, all in one place for not only artificial grass installation, but also modular tile flooring for your garage and or outdoor spaces, be it basketball, pickleball, volleyball courts, and more. With over 65 locations nationwide, Purchase Green is your #1 resource as the Artificial Grass Authority, specialized service and support, and unparalleled product fulfillment. Go to purchasegreen.com to find your nearest location. That's purchasegreen.com. Purchase Green, the grass is greener because we're on your side.
And now back to the show.
So been thinking about where I'm at right now, like what, just kind of thinking about who I am in the place that I'm at,
in my life, period, right? And I'm reading this book by Andy Elliott. It's called Total Recreation, right? And I just talking about non-negotiables, and he's talking about breaking blood, like being a bloodline breaker, and sort of define your own DNA. And so just things of this nature, which is, it comes down to a whole bunch of just like strip open and stop with the BS. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm like, man, I need to start like actually having non-negotiables, because so I had it was like the last couple weeks. Yeah. So we've been in and out of the gym, just not on a routine solid. Like we took a week off, you know what I mean? And I was like, so we kind of hang out and got out of that rhythm a bit. And so anyway, it was just, fast forward to this week, and it was like, I'm reading this book, and I've been feeling a stirring inside of me. You've heard me talk about it, that I feel there's something greater. I feel like there's, successful at what I do, but I feel like there's something greater. Anyway, so it's like, do I have, like, is my circle surrounded by people that challenge me? Because that's the next thing, right? Like people to make me better. And then do I put myself in uncomfortable positions? Like, have I fallen in love with discomfort? You always hear the thing like, I get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And like, dude, that is a great seed to think about. Like, that's a cool thing to think about. There's a truth in that, right? Like, to think about that. But like, think about like falling in love with discomfort, like choosing it actively, right? Because what is comfort, right? We're not made for comfort.
Yeah, true.
Right? At all. Like, we're not made to kind of sit in that space. So, I'm kind of reflecting on that. Okay. So last week we do these things called XLTs at the church. It's called Exalt. And it's time for reflection, prayer, adoration. It's awesome. My cousin was the speaker at that one. He hit me. He was on fire, dude, after he gave that talk and stuff.
Who's your cousin?
Tim Ho. That last name's real, by the way.
I didn't know that was your cousin.
Yeah, so it's Bree's cousin.
Because I said,
right?
Josh. He's like, who? Josh
they don't. That side of all of the family, a lot of our friends too, don't like to acknowledge in public that they know me.
Oh,
I think it's because they.
Yeah, I see that.
As compared to greatness, if you own that me, everyone sees you as lesser, because I clearly, I'm up there.
Yeah,
that's neither here nor there.
No,
a truth nonetheless.
Yeah, you are
neither
at the pinnacle.
I don't want to talk about it, right? Because I'm also incredibly humble.
Because I could go on.
Yeah, please don't. Okay. There's not enough time.
Just like what?
Because the list is long.
Maybe at the end.
Maybe
in the credits.
You beat me. I was gonna say we can roll credits.
Yeah,
he's also great at. So he hits me up, right? And he's on fire after this thing. He was like, man, I've never experienced adoration like that. I've never had he was like, do you know if there's do you guys have like a men's Bible study or whatever? Right? I was like, so two things went through my head. First one was like, I may know of one. I haven't ever done it, but listen, like, if you're hungry for it, like, why don't we just do it? Like, we'll just do it. And then I sat back and I was like, I don't know how to run a Bible study. You know what I mean? Like, I could fake it. I could go and be like, we're gonna discern Ephesians 2. And then we'll just read stuff and I'll ask you about your thoughts, right? Yeah. But I know that there's more to that. And so,
is the Bible the book?
You could also get it on Kindle Fire.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the one with like super long.
Okay, I thought it was the Amazon series.
Oh, no. It starts with Genesis, and that's not Phil Collins.
Oh.
For all of those that... No,
Gabriel?
There is a Peter in there. And there is a Gabriel.
Oh, yeah. Genesis. Yeah. Pre-Phil Collins Genesis. Before Philip.
Oh, that was all so good, dude. That was solid, bro. That was solid.
I think Peter Gabriel was in Genesis.
He was. I'm just the genius of you on the parallels of all those names are also in Bible. Is amazing. That was outstanding. So I was like, I know of one guy, like, let me just kind of ask. And that one guy is Justin. He'll hopefully be on the show at some point.
He's doing this big NFL thing.
Yeah. I was a quarterback. You know what I mean? So
my company's technology is now in every football game.
We're not going to have chains because I did the virtual thing.
Hashtag Hawkeye. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it is Hawkeye. Honestly, check them out. The thing's freaking wild. Awesome. They were on Good Morning America. You got to see it. And last Sunday, they did use it in one game, which is dope. It's all tied to a watch, the whole thing. Anyway. He had mentioned a while back that he does a Bible study. So I just hit him up like on the side, right? And he, like you know what I mean? And other individuals I'm trying to surround myself with, like, I know it's going to happen. Well, I mean, him.
Yeah.
He is
no, not me, him.
For sure. Right. Like, cause like, and this is only good for context. Like if you put the two of you together, they'd be like, you're the ugly one.
Yeah, or if you put two of me together, you'd be his size. I'd be his size.
That's true. Yeah, because I think he's 19'4" in height.
He's like 6'7".
Shout out to last episode. We can only do it once. We can only do it. We're gonna do it more than once. But
Yeah, do it till the kids stop.
this is our protest, dude. We're gonna keep doing 6'7" till everybody else stops making up numbers. So I hit him up and he hits me back and he's like, you looking for a little bit of something? I was like, just do you do it?
That's what he asked.
Yeah.
Looking for a little bit of something.
Yeah, right. Like, because and that, but that's kind of what I'm talking. That's what I'm kind of talking about. Is that, like, are you gonna make a decision? Are you just checking out a Bible study, Josh? You see what I'm saying? Like, is it just so when he asked the question, like in our spirit, like in my spirit, you feel that sense of conviction because we were loved into existence by truth, right? And so when someone asks a question of truth and you're convicted, you feel it in your spirit, you feel it in the pit of your stomach. So I was just like, yeah, man, do you have fun? He was like, yeah, dude, core group of 12 to 14 people. Like, we kind of get together, you know what I mean? We'll meet at different people's houses, whatever. Like, you want to lock in? Done, dude. I'll host it next Tuesday and then you can come down, just come to my house. And I was like, okay, all right, dude. I was like, well, hey, listen, dude, like, cool, brother. Like, we could talk about it Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, send me details if you need to. Like, it's cool. I was just asking a question. We could have circled back like a month later.
Yeah.
And you could just let me know if we did or did not want to
just
proceed, you know.
Literally asking if you knew of one.
Bro, Sunday, he's just like, yeah, no, here it is. We're gonna study Ephesians. What were we in? We're in Ephesians 5:22 through, you know, the rest of it, which is the whole like it was the wives be subordinate to your husbands be subordinate to your wives, and it was the most beautiful thing. Anyways, but so Tuesday comes. Tuesday is when they do it, right? I'm at work, dude, and I'm working out in the morning and then just grinding, hitting it hard at work, and then make like a 30-minute section where I just jam out and go for like, mile and a half, whatever, just on a walk, fast-paced walk, just getting my mind, being in my spirit, And on this walk, dude, I'm just like, well, I mean, he sent me the details in the morning, you know what I mean? And then like when I was going on that walk, he was like, so like, are you in for tonight? I respond usually like that, and I just didn't respond. I was like, Josh, what's going on? Like, what, you want a Bible study? There's one that's right there.
Yeah.
With the homie that you know. He is like 3 miles from your house, right? It's like, there's no inconvenience. It's obviously God saying like, you were hungry, I have food, right? Let me feed you. So it's like, man, well, like, then let's go into this. Like, what is it? Okay. The only reason you wouldn't go is because you feel uncomfortable. There's gonna be a gang of dudes you don't know, right? And then you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Or it's like, I just want a night to chill. Cool. Let's go with that. Like, you get home to the pad. Obviously, you're with your wife and your kids, and that's outstanding, right? Of course, you want to be with them. But like, what are you really gonna be doing? Because Jay's out shopping for homecoming, then he was gonna go to a Bible study. Nathan's out practicing. Mel, I think, was with them, right? Like, no one's home. So finally I was just like, and as I'm walking, I was like, man, like, this is it, And just before that was happening, I text you where I was like, I have this reoccurring thing, which is like indecision to act for the choice of comfort, right? And so I was like, okay, screw it, dude, I'll go. Go and went there, and yeah, no, you're meeting new people, but they're super kind and everything. And then we go and we have this whole thing. I'll save it for another conversation, but a lot of fruits came out of that. Brotherhood, people coming together, like it was awesome. I walked away edified with that, right? The other piece is, like, if you notice in anything that sort of God does, right? When he moves and he's calling on any example, it's now, it's right now. Like, you think about Abraham, right? To leave the land of Ur, right? He was like, right now, like, go. Moses, to go and do anything, was right now. Jesus, if this cup could pass, please let it pass. But not my will be done, your will be done. He's like, cool. Now he turns around and the Garden of Gethsemane. So God is about now and action, right? I'm the king of procrastination. I do it all the time. I have a whole thing worked out in my brain.
You're a pro.
I'm a pro at procrastination, dude. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's the next rise. Like, it was like pickleball and then crastination, right? Not to be confused with like crash with an H, stination, because now you're talking about hash. That's different, right? Like, because now it's different. It's a slower sport.
Yeah.
For several reasons. Also, there's crash brownstination. And if you take the K out, it's hash browns, like the breakfast.
Yeah.
Right? Which
Delicious.
is wild. Why don't they just call it like hash potato? Why'd I got to call it hash brown? Why can't it be hash all colors? Do you know what I mean? Something to reflect on in your life.
Put it in the comments.
Please, we enabled them.
I don't think we disabled.
Put it in the comments.
We're not. I got nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, okay. So no, I'm like, I had it all worked out in my head. You right? Like,
There's a whole science behind. We don't fully discount.
tell me. I want to know a little bit. You got to break down the power of it. Tell me.
No, you go. You were saying
It's up to you.
it's science. Don't worry. Trust me.
So that's it, right? Like the move right now. Like so many ideas I need to call that person, right? And that's wild. That's wild.
Is it Justin
It's
or is it?
my wife. Should we do this?
Yeah.
On the podcast? All right, here we go. Here we go, world. Hey, babe, you're on Bad Dad's podcast, where just because you're bad sometimes doesn't mean you need to stay that way. I am not joking. We're live. Would you like to talk to the people? I'll put you on speaker. It can get weird.
put it on
You're going.
speaker.
Don't curse. Don't curse. Here you go.
Hey, can you reach Justin real quick about the missing?
That was holy. Okay, I totally will. That was not planned, but we were just talking about Justin. And when the phone rang, Ron was like, "Is that Justin?" I was like, "No, it's this one." And then you said, "Call Justin." Oh, this is gonna be a great episode. But yes. Okay. Well, I love your voice. Hey, hi, child. Okay. I love you guys. Love you too. Bye.
Kisses.
Floaty butterflies.
She just said hit up Justin.
She did. That's crazy, dude. That is freaking crazy.
Episode done.
Yeah, for real. My word. That is insane. Okay. I really do need to
All
text
right.
him now.
Well, you're hitting up Justin. I have one important question after that.
Okay.
Did you take your cousin to Bible study?
No. Listen. Listen. Okay. We're going to get there. Oh my God. That's funny.
I guess he was only meant to get you there. That's the Lord working through him. He's at home like, oh, I'm so glad that Bible study thing didn't work out. I'm so glad Josh never got back to me.
Oh my God. No,
Because I could tell he needed it.
he's probably like, he's going to watch this episode. Little guy. No, what's funny is I did tell him, I told him that there was this one or whatever. And that there was a core group of like 12 to 14. And what I picked up from that was like, I don't know if we'll stay in that one. Right. Like, cause you have 12 to 14 dudes all the time. Like I didn't know how that was going. So actually he, knows of another person at St. Patrick's who does a Bible study as well. So he's like, I'll look into that one. You look into this one. So I was like, sick, dude. So I will hit him back and be like, okay, like,
We'll just do Bad Dad's Bible study.
and then that's also where my head went at. So then I was like, dude, like, Ron, me, Tim, you know what I mean? Like it could turn into a thing, which would be
Biblical Bad Dads. We'll break down a bad dad from the Bible
what
every episode.
dude.
Abraham is kind of a douche. I'm just saying. God bless him. But anyway.
You mean that was the best segue. Kind of a douche. Anywho,
I will number your descendants like the stars.
yeah.
Wait, I probably shouldn't. That was not intended in the way that it came out.
it wasn't cloudy outside
That was a
until
bad dad.
that was. Listen.
Oh, my phone's ringing. Oh, hi, Satan. Reservation confirmed. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. That's neat. But no, like anyway, the action of now, the season of now, and so I'm curious with you. Do you go through moments where you have the opportunity to make
I'm
it?
listening.
I know. Yeah.
It
he's
is. My
just-
son texted me like, so they left right when you got here.
Yeah. Yeah.
My practice was canceled as soon as I got here. Well, he was getting dropped off. But it's cool. He's not like, can you give me a ride? He's like, can you give me some money so I can walk down and get a smoothie while I wait?
Hey.
Yeah. Take an Uber too, man.
Right on. That's awesome. And Ethan's like, I ain't coming back to freaking pick you
Well,
up.
Ethan
dude.
was going to an appointment too.
Oh, geez. Okay. Okay.
It's just like, which is like crazy too, because so my brother-in-law hits me up. Like, I got a text on my way home, and I see it when I get home. Hey man, I got Padres tickets tonight. You want them? Oh, it's like, dude, literally everybody is committed to something. It's not even like, hey, let's postpone this podcast thing. It's like Adam's got something, Ethan's got something,
Yeah.
Sarah's at a work event. I got the most important thing on my calendar every week right now.
Thank you.
And
If she said anything to
and then I like two other kids, I don't know, they're doing something. But yeah, it's real time, man. How do I do this?
Oh, that's so funny. Do you want to send?
Boom.
Do you want to send some of that to my bank? I can provide you the details.
Oh, I was taking it from your bank. to send to.
That was,
Is that not? Should I not do that?
yeah, no, I remember I gave them to you for you to donate, and then you just took the account. And-
Yeah, we used to like go
And-
to donate it to the church, and I'm like, okay, well, like my family's in the church, so
Well, and I
like,
mean, the church isn't just the four walls. Like, we are the church, right?
Yeah,
So I
that's
kind
what I
of
thought you meant. the
no, that's
people.
what I meant.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is what I meant.
You're such a giver. Thank you.
Thanks.
You
Thank
just
you.
gave Adam a smoothie, and he will.
You want to know why? You want to know why?
Why?
Because I'm smooth.
Worth a try.
I once got a speeding ticket, so you can call me a smooth criminal.
Very
Very good.
That was on time.
That was on time, dude. We rehearsed it only on Saturdays after Peaches.
Shout out to Peaches.
Big ups. That's great. Do you ever struggle with that? Do you ever struggle with indecision, like in real time?
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's funny. It's just like this is going to be such a far-fetched connection. So when you text me the idea, I was and still have been since then, and currently, except for right now because it's not playing, I've been in this like Blink 182 mode.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And it was, I think I just switched to my Pandora station. Yes, I listen to Pandora, so don't. Of course, this is going to be on Spotify, so let me correct that. So I was listening to my Spotify station, and and I think it was Blink 182 came on, and it was kind of like one of those, you hear a song and just flashbacks.
But yeah, you go.
Yeah, and it wasn't flashbacks of specific memories. It was like a flashback of a feeling or a mood, and just kind of like this light, joyous time in my life. And it was, I don't remember the song, but the line is an indecision to call you. And I think it's like, and hear your voice of reason.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Miss you. I think it's miss you. And
yeah.
So miss you is one of the.
Where are you?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
And that,
He doesn't have an
he's not
accent.
British, but he does have an interesting voice.
He does. He does. Tom DeLonge, man. Go
Dude,
ahead.
he's
Sorry.
a man, fellow San Diego boy. Shout out.
San Diego.
TD,
Yeah.
as I call him. We know each other. No, we don't. But I have your poster still. Call me.
He misses you.
That was nice.
Come on, brother.
And that song was playing.
When I called?
Yeah.
Or I mean, when I texted?
Yeah, when I read the text, that song was playing. And it sent me. So then I watched this.
Indecision to co-
Yeah. And then it was I watched this Blink 182 documentary of kind of them getting back together, or at least part of it. I'm off the serial killer documentaries. So now it's,
Well, yeah, you got to
good
go
transition.
from dark murder to super lighthearted kind of pop punk band.
Yeah. And part of that story was them kind of their breakup and how they just wouldn't talk to each other, right? They wouldn't call each other. And how the music now and in the new album reflects some of that, and they're telling stories. And so anyway, like all this like swirling, interconnected, the indecision line or lyric is just swirling in my brain. I was like I think everything in my life, just that. Yeah, I want to do that. I mean, starting the podcast, we talked about early on, just took 6, 7 years. That was an accident, but literally like 6 or 7 years, I think it was. So finally getting around to it. But that's so many things, and especially something like Bible study or this horrible men's fitness group that I joined last Saturday.
Yeah, expand on that a
So
little
did
bit.
I say horrible? I mean, amazing, awesome, supportive, wonderful group of individuals that make you do very exhaustive exercise. And I was the least fit one there, hence my initial reaction. But I've thought of starting something like that, right? It's like the ideas, what they call it, an idea without execution is just a dream,
right?
Or a what without a when is a never. And so that's, it's very cliche, but all the time I've had, and I feel like for me, we talked about this a few episodes ago, when we're talking about code switching. Not that it's an excuse, but I gotta be in the mood. And so sometimes, and not to be too lighthearted about it, but it's like, really, Lord, like now I'm not really feeling it, right? Like I'm not in the mood. And so I've probably too often let my comfort, which I have a quick spin on that, but I let my comfort dictate my action. And so when you said earlier, right, get comfortable being uncomfortable, and it's probably just semantics, but is it that, or is it let's get uncomfortable being comfortable?
Uncomfortable
being comfortable.
No, that actually makes all the sense in the world, because comfort would be something that is the rarity.
Yeah,
right?
well,
So you have discomfort with being comfortable. Is that kind of where you're going with that? Or?
yeah, it's almost. I think how I think of it is rather than a pull, it's a push, and so. And I don't know if that's literally the right way to say it, but the way I think about getting comfortable being uncomfortable is you're looking at the discomfort and you know you have to move to it. And so maybe it's more of directionality than push or pull, but like I have to move to that. Whereas if you get uncomfortable being comfortable, you have to recognize when you're in a place of comfort. Because I think it's like boiling the urban legend of boiling a frog. When you're slowly boiled into it and the temperature or the comfort, in this case, is ratcheted up, you don't realize it. So you never get out of the comfort. So you have to get good at recognizing when you're operating from a place of comfort. So it's like, I don't want to go to that Bible study because I don't want to be uncomfortable is true. But also it's like almost the other side of the coin, I guess, of like, wait, it's because I'm so dang comfortable if I go home. Nobody's around, so I can finally chill. I
That is a great,
dang it.
great.
And so you have to almost like be pushed, like that has to become repugnant,
Yeah.
which I didn't know what that meant until recently. So like you have to be repulsed by it, right? Like that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, I don't want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, it was just more of a thought piece than a foregone conclusion. But yeah, it's
That's a great point though, right? And sort of what I was talking about a bit earlier about like non-negotiables. You know what I mean? Sitting.
just fizzy water, kids.
I thought it was high C punch.
That's a flavor of fizzy water.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't drink your carbonated trash
Nor should you.
because I'm a recycler. The peanut butter commercial. Burr. You remember that
That's
one?
all I
back in the day?
remember. And then Hamilton like blew up Aaron Burr. And I was just like, that dude he
I
killed
only
that guy.
keep thinking about the commercial.
Like,
though.
I know how this play ends. I don't even have to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, the hip hop music was outstanding in that thing. But yeah, no, the level of comfort. I think about like what are we missing? Think about what you miss when you don't do that. Like, so as an example, this Bible study, it was going through that verse where it speaks to wives, be subordinate to your husbands, and husbands love your wives like Christ loved the church. And everybody tries it, like everybody thinks like, oh, this is crazy. Like, oh, here go the dude's gonna say like they gotta be submissive, and it's so not that. Like the conversation was so beautiful about like, and by the way, in those verses, like there's 2 sentences that are that sentence that applies to like the wives being submissive. The next 2 paragraphs are the responsibility of the husband, right? Like,
but we don't have to talk about those.
Yeah. Anyway, be
Just
submissive.
good to know.
Yeah. But and then also submission, like you're on a mission together, and it's about respect, and it's about it's about respect, and it's about support. And do you give your wife? So this is a real question, right? Like, do we give our wives something to respect and support? Right? Like walking around like freaking idiots doing just. I mean, we're human, right? So we're gonna have those moments. Him more than me, but you know what I mean? Like
guilty.
We're equal twinsies. But no, so do we give him some respect? So it was a good answer. Like, but the one that I want to kind of bring up, and this also started the stirring in me again, which is just like, okay, hey, as Christ loved the church, and so you think of the it's illustrated as the church being the bride of Christ, right? Okay, so think about when you saw Sarah in her wedding dress, doors open, bang, she's walking down the aisle. Think about that moment. Same thing for me and Bree. When I saw Bree walk down, I'm a mess, right? I start crying on the whole thing. Gorgeous, unbelievable. We're going to have this life together. It's amazing. Imagine like that's how Jesus looks at you every day. And then so like if he loves us like that, like now, 20 years later, happy anniversary, by the way. That's freaking awesome, brother. And 18 years. Yeah, no, text you because that was like last week, brother. I saw you updated your Facebook status, but probably got to tell her too. You did tag her in it, so whatever. You know what I mean? If she is kind of her fault. But now, and for me, 18 years later, right? Like, think about sort of the eyes of Christ, like his gaze upon us is our gaze in such a way. So profound, right? A profound thing to think about. I would not have gotten any of that if I didn't show up. I wouldn't have understood these brothers, sitting around this thing, willing to be stripped down to go after what really matters, right? And then receive the challenge, right? Because we were sharing about intentionality. Like, do we go out of our way? Oh, there's another great one in there too. Do we go out of our way to do the little things with great love for our wives, right? And then just in life in general. But the crazy part was we get annoyed, right? Like, let's be honest. Like, we get annoyed about certain things. Like, what the heck, man? Oh, you gonna leave me? All right, dude. Okay, because I mean, listen to
Check this
What
out.
are you talking about?
Check this out, brother. At least I'm uncomfortable being comfortable right now. So I'll talk about it. I'll be vulnerable about it.
You're growing on this show.
See, the grasshopper becomes the Splinter master. Splinter was the leader of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
He was a rat, but he didn't rat anyone out.
The grasshopper in the movie Ants was they were bad.
He was also a villain. It's a very confusing sentiment. The grasshopper became the
This is what's wrong with the world. Very
shredder.
contradictory.
It is. Contra, not like the Nintendo video game.
Ooh, oh,
So fun.
that
The
was my
shredders.
favorite.
That was my favorite.
Nintendo video game.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And then wasn't there a follow up like Contra 2 Alien Wars or something?
There was.
Ah.
But the OG Contra, that was the business, dude, with the freaking fireball one.
Oh, I think that invented the rage quit.
Yes. Not to be confused with rage bait,
No, or
which I'm
Rage
learning
Against the
from my
Machine.
son. And so now I constantly use it out of context.
Like, don't rage bait me.
Yeah. Like you're saying a bunch of stuff to make them mad. And so what I'll do is I'll do that stuff, right? And then he'll just kind of look at me and and then I'll say, stop rage baiting me. It's like, you're not using that right, dude. I was like, I'm using it the best, dude, because it's mine.
You
and I
need to have
care
like
for it.
a Bulls on Parade, like at the ready on your phone. Stop rage baiting me. And just like play that.
My word.
Rage bait. I like that though. Actually, that one's impactful to me because there's notions in, or I don't know, maybe we shouldn't call them notions in psychology, right? But like, nobody can actually make you feel something. How's it go? Nobody can make you feel something you don't already feel, right? Or like nobody can make you believe something you don't already believe about yourself. And so like, don't rage bait me as if that person's got supreme power over an individual's self-control or willpower, right?
Right.
Like, oh, you're taking away my self-control and willpower. It's like, well, it might be tempting you.
Yeah. I'm giving you an opportunity.
But yeah, how you act is entirely up to you.
That's it.
And that's why I talked about, I think, The Secret briefly long ago when we tagged Rob Deerdeck, which hasn't messaged us back, but that's cool.
It's fine. But some would say that's ridiculous.
That is some ridiculousness that he hasn't DM'd me. He hasn't slid into my DMs.
He didn't slide on in.
Anyway.
Like the Temptation.
Later. But yeah, like in The Secret, right? So even if you're not a Christian believer, but you believe in the laws of the universe, I totally forgot where I was going with that. Like literally
just flew out.
It's gone. No, they say if it's not in The Secret, I know. So Jack Canfield, who is featured in The Secret, great last name, by the way, Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Yep.
Right?
Canfield.
There is this, and he's Christian, by the way, but there's this sort of belief, though, is that you are 100% responsible for everything that happens to you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there's certainly, scenarios where people are victims of certain things. So it's the context, though, right? Like anything, like the scripture of husbands or wives submit to your husbands, you need the context.
That's it.
And the context of that is, so let's say I'm driving to work and I get rear-ended by another car. And so then like, oh my gosh, like it's that person's fault. Why did you leave the house at that time? Why? I had to go to my job. Why did you choose that job? Well, I had to provide for my family. Why did you choose to have a family? Right? Like if you really start unwinding the universe,
right,
you'll find how much you are technically in control of and how you have made these series of choices to rage bait your son to get him to just go off.
So that's I like that insight though, right?
That was a joke at the end there for those that didn't. It was a light transition.
It was out of the rage bait bit.
Well, I was coming back to the rage bait bit, but I could feel like I was going to spiral into more. And so then I was bringing it back.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
I know you'll appreciate the transition. Put in the comments if you liked it.
Yeah. Let us know.
Especially you, Cody.
Cody Coates, he's going to love that. He's going to love it. No, that's an important piece, right? The self-control part, because it kind of ties into the whole part of like indecision, right? And the choices that we're kind of making. So last piece that stemmed from that particular study was just the annoyance side of it, right? And Dew was just like, yeah, no, every time you're annoyed, like it's a reminder and opportunity for you to grow, right? It's a decision to grow. Because you think about different things that happen, whatever, or if you're in an argument, like what's that? I do it with the kids all the time. Like, okay, but what's the end goal? No, but like, listen, not like you did the thing. No, but after that, no, Mom, seriously, you did her. And I was like, hey, real quick, like real fast. We're like, what's the end? What's the goal? Like, oh, dude, hypothetically, like you crushed, right? You destroy right now. You freaking totally own this conversation. At the end of it, what do you get?
Yeah.
What do you get?
9 times out of 10, it's like nothing, right? But because we have to constantly battle pride in order to allow our true self to kind of like get out there,
Oh
right?
yeah, pride.
It's massive. It's massive, and it can also
Deadly.
allow you to miss opportunities. And kind of the last bit here, and again, it's been a week of a bunch of like internal deep reflection. But the Screw Tape Letters, I don't know if you ever read that. Did you ever read that?
I did not.
Okay,
No.
we had to read it in high school, and I think I read
Did you?
page or 3. But I remember this one particular piece. Long story short, right? It's a story of like a junior demon, and then like his uncle, who's like
C.S. Lewis, right?
This is C.S. Lewis, yeah.
Mhm.
And then they're trying to turn this human, right? They're just trying to get him whatever.
Yeah.
But one of the lines, the biggest thing that kind of stuck to me is like, it was like, hey, how do we get this soul? Like, I'm paraphrasing here. So,
Yeah. Easy there.
we didn't get the rights to the book. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be verbatim. Okay. I'm paraphrasing, but long story short, it's how do I get the soul? And he was like, okay, paraphrasing is basically make him so busy with mind numbing, useless,
Comfort.
everyday tasks, right? Like kind of just that whole thing. Like, have you ever had a work day where you were busy,
Yeah.
but you didn't do a damn thing?
Never.
Right. And I didn't think
because
you would.
I would always work 100% for my company.
That's good. That's good.
But I could imagine how other people wouldn't. So continue.
Yeah, no, before I continue, I give 110%. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? Versus being productive, right? Like busyness and productive are two different things. But basically it was like drown the mind with all of that noise so that the person cannot move toward God, cannot take a step forward. Right. Yeah. Like, cause you're doing all this kind of, no, I need to, and the responsibility and schedule, and it's important too. And I got to get, and at some point, like the scientist said, like, got to get rest and be able to kind of like do it. So like, I got to choose to get my rest or whatever the case may be, like all those things. Right. Like in truth, right. Like I'm kind of like, don't sleep for like 19 days. But what I'm saying is I'm coming to the realization in myself of all of this, and it's kind of unraveling on this podcast as we speak. So I apologize if it's not all connecting, but like, it's all kind of just right here in front of me. And so what am I putting in my way while my family is watching me? Like our sons and are going to be men, and our daughters, right, are going to be beautiful women, strong, encouraging women, but they're going to learn values of what they see from us. And so like if we're timid on decision making, if we're timid on not going to the things because of comfort, right, they're going to ultimately choose the same thing and or question. And if we're prideful that they're questioning it because of truth and conviction, but we don't like that, right, then we're going to probably be brash on them. And so I'll share with you a quick story. This is years and years ago. Shout out to Ivan Pacheco. I know you watch the podcast, brother. Amazing drummer. He's a producer. He and his wife, by the way, I'm just plugging everybody. They have a kid show on YouTube called DJ CJ. Check that out.
Nice.
It's freaking awesome. And they produce all of it themselves. It's freaking awesome. He was actually the one who hit me up and was like, I don't think your microphones are plugged in.
Hopefully on this episode they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit or miss every episode.
Yeah, there's one freaking cable, dude, that we're unsure. So no, but so back in the day, like he would always kind of take me under the wings. And so they were I don't know if you remember the skate brand like World Industries or whatever, right? But they needed like stomp.
Yeah.
Okay, so they needed like stomp.
Fireball dude, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they needed drummers, and I don't know if you've ever seen Stomp where they just grab like tables or trash cans or whatever and like make beats off of it and like do all that thing. So the very first Teen Choice Awards, we did that, right? Like we went there and we're doing that on stage.
When you were
and
with him in that band?
Well, yeah, we weren't even in a band. Like so. We were in the drum line together. Yeah. But he had connections because he went and did drum corps with the Blue Devils and all this. He's freaking awesome. But he was like, hey, they need drummers. Do you want to do it? So we did that show together. Well, there was another event. And this is the point of like indecision and choosing comfort over freaking an opportunity. And I let people down too, because I was like locked in at the very last minute. It was that whole day was the same thing. It was just I chose nervousness versus excitement. You know, it's the same feeling, bubble guts and sweaty hands. And I was like, nah, like, dude, it's in LA, bro. Like, I'm not going to get there on time. The traffic's going to be crazy. Like, I probably need to get back home. I live with my parents. There was no reason to be home. Bree was at a freaking, like, bachelor party for my cousin, right? So it wasn't like getting home to her. My parents, like, were already doing their thing. Like, I literally was just home, like, go back home and be alone. So it was fear. It was fear. And it was an indecision to freaking lock in and say, I'm going to go and do this thing. Anyway, I chose not to do it at that event. I mean, first of all, it's just an awesome opportunity to be able to go and create and be a joy to people and provide music and be with your one of your best friends, right? And like be able to kind of do that and share that moment together. But freaking Jim Carrey was there. And like having conversations with the
Lloyd.
drummers and stuff. That's like my
Lloyd
all-time
Christmas.
favorite. Yes, dude, all-time favorite comedians. And that's just a brief example.
But you didn't go.
But I didn't go because I was like, nah. And really, it was BS. It was indecision to act, and it was choosing comfort over discomfort, which would have been, this is going to be awkward. I'm nervous. I don't want to mess up. Like, bro, what? I have never found an incredible solution without first discovering a problem. And I've never taken a stepping stone to something great without taking a risk. And so I've been reflecting on that. And that's just an example. And I didn't have kids and we weren't even married yet at this point. Right. And so now it's like, okay, I have this fire in me right now where it's like, all right, like even for this, right? I think it was 2 weeks ago. I love this guy. And this is what I mean about iron sharpening iron. He did it super chill. But I was like, man, dude, like we need to continue to expand this and post more on social media and just really share our hearts, right? And I was like, you got to get me the admin credentials to the Instagram. And you're like, you've had that, remember the Google Doc that sent to you like in December of last year? You have it. And I was like, but that's what I'm saying. I have all of it in my head of what I want to be able to do. Well, why didn't I just do it? Because I didn't act now. Why? I don't know. Because I think there could be maybe there's something trying to limit the potential, right? By busying my mind on meaningless, busy tasks as opposed to getting after it and going for productivity. So that's kind of, I know that was a lot of words, man. I feel like I'm hijacking this thing, but that was sort of the topic is like, I refuse now. Like that's a non-negotiable. So now like anytime it's like right now, I'm just going to stop and that's it. And it's happening and be able to continue to focus on using my craft. I have another like 2 things, but I'm talking too much, I feel.
No, you're good. I'm just glad you don't carry that with you anymore and there's no more trauma from not going to the Teen Choice Awards.
No, like I went to the Teen Choice Awards. I did. I went to that one and I met Britney Spears. I shook her hand. 100% shook her hand, dude.
Was she toxic?
No, this was because I started to do it and I was like, oops, you did it again, huh? When she shook the hand. But no, I met a bunch of people. It was freaking awesome. Ian Ziering, shout out to Sharknado.
Yeah.
And Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, was he on that?
I almost kicked Vern Troyer, RIP, by the way. Mini-me. No, I didn't see him. Wayans brothers, Gloria Stefan was there, which was dope. No, so it was the secondary event where the same amount of individuals, including Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
was
see,
there.
you're past it. Doesn't bother you anymore, I can tell.
No.
You barely think about it.
No, it's not a wound. Like I got 3 tattoos.
Completely healed.
It's on the inside of it, but it's on the inside of my belly button.
Yeah. I've seen the other one too. Different episode.
There's not enough time on this one.
No. Black bar. I've seen it.
Yeah.
All of it. Never forget it.
Because of how great it looks.
Yes.
On my arm. Man. Yep. There it is. This is what you get at the Bad Dads. Okay. You're going to get the whole thing. You're going to get jokes. You're going to get depth. You might get some sprinkles of faith. You're going to get the plethora on the show, which is actually why I freaking love it. I dig it a lot. Yeah, man.
What's not to dig? So the indecision, when you were telling that story, the Teen Choice Awards, I was kind of going back in time too, right? Projecting the age that you would have been.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, all right,
18?
late teens,
18,
early
19.
20s is kind of, I was going back, Blink-182 era still.
Travis Barker was there, met him. He was watching us drum in the back because he also used to be in a drum.
You taught him everything he knows.
It was obvious.
I think I saw that on the documentary.
Yeah. Well, you say you didn't finish it because there's more. It's like basically the whole last
awesome.
half. Yeah.
What's he like?
You know what? I'm trying to make like a dog barking joke because his last name is Travis Barker.
Yeah.
I know, but I took too long. I took a root. I was going to say he's loud, but that wouldn't make sense. He's a drummer, so of course he's loud. But I was like, no, the barking, and then it would take too long to explain. And here I am explaining.
So you were a drummer at one point. Well, it's like we're talking about. That's a good transition.
Solid.
Piqued curiosity. Are drummers typically? Like, he's super chill, like over chill.
Yeah, laid back.
I think we know why. Travis Baker. But in either case, drummers. I don't think of drummers as notoriously laid back. Good. I think of them as a little bit more, even though they're not the front men.
Yeah.
I kind of, in some ways, it's like front man, drummer and maybe lead guitarist or whatever. You know, obviously structure of the band's different, but
Yeah.
Are there other famous drummers that are that chill?
Let's see.
Because you're not.
So I think it's funny, like every drummer I know is hysterical in their own right. Like there is a humor element that is just locked in on drummers. I don't know why. Like it's the greatest. But there is, so when they're on, it's like, right? But there's also this like that I've found like a deep introspect, right? Like this sort of, so when it's like going into, you're slamming, you're here, and then you're right. You want to learn, you want to create, you want to do those things, you kind of calm. But I guess it would have to do with the environment, right? Like if you're at a slamming concert and you're not the player, I don't think you're going to be just, that was a great job. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're getting down, you're hyper, you know what I mean? I guess it would depend there. But if I like had to think of some, like my brain went to Joey Jordison from Slipknot. And I was like, wow.
Oh, dude,
He's an incredible drummer.
There's a cool track.
R.I.P. to him too. Damn.
You've probably heard it. I'm assuming it's him, but it's called Drum Solo, and it's live at a concert, and it's just him doing a drum solo for I forget how long it is.
Is he
but it's
spinning?
I've only listened to it.
Okay.
You know, and I don't know anything about anything, but I hear that I'm just like, dang. Because there's some drums, I'll just say, respect to all drummers out there, but there's some drums that my well-honed amateur ear hears and I'm like, that's trash. I'm just like, but it literally sounds like how I would assume a recording of myself would sound. And I'm like, is this good? Like, this is a drum solo. And right, because like for me, not hearing, you know, whatever you call it, like beats or, you know, the timing or whatever. Yep. I just hear like a bing ding don't that bing not don't dot but it's not like there's no spacing. It's just sort of
when someone's going off like on a drum solo.
Yeah, and there's like these famous drummers doing drum solo. That's how I heard the Slipknot one day. I was just listening. I searched drum solos on Apple Music.
Yeah.
And so I listened to some and I'm like,
what are they doing?
It's just like legit. Am I being pranked right now? Like, and you kind of wonder some people, it's kind of like advice though, in these sayings that we've talked about. Does anyone ever float that out there? Cause they're just talking out of their rear end and then it like catches on and people are like, yeah, like, oh yeah, like that's great. And the person's like,
are you,
yeah, it's
are
like
you
that.
serious?
Yeah. It's like that monkey meme where he's like, like that was a goof, man.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
I guarantee that.
But do you ever hear that? Like, do you ever hear
for terrible
famous drummers or even like recorded, not even like they're playing live, but where you're like,
yeah, there's some for sure that'll weave in and out of time. I've heard other solos too where they're kind of like going and they'll kind of just stop. They'll jump back in. I was like, what happened there? What happened there? Like trying to sell it like it was a dramatic. No, I was going in and out of time for a pause, and maybe, you know what I mean.
That's where they're like the pros, though.
Yeah,
when they can just
pull it off like that. Yep.
I don't know how we got on this tangent other than this is a drum story.
Yeah,
but I did like you. I did like you in Drumline though. You were good in that movie.
So mad at that movie.
Yeah,
seriously, so mad at that movie. Oh yeah, because I'm thinking like Ivan and all them. When I think of Drumline, I think of like drum corps. I think of like Vanguard and Blue Devils and all these guys, right? And their snare line is just up. The whole drum line is ridiculous, but these guys are playing the most difficult thing, perfectly synchronated, moving all over the place, tricks for days. Like, and then you go and watch freaking Nick Cannon. And respect, by the way, because in that area, that is how they do things, where it's hanging from like the right side and they kind of but it's kind of very basic and simple, right? So I was just expecting something else. So when I watched that movie, I was like,
but if you're like me, you're like, oh my gosh, Nick Cannon's like the most legit drummer ever.
The movie blew up and I was just like, I'm gonna let it go. It is a drum line and it is in a section, you know, like there is a spot like in anything, right? There's genres of music and genres of different drum line. So it's just funny like thinking about that. When that movie came out, you'd ask Bree, I was like, this is trash.
I'll never watch that movie the same again.
I think Petey Pablo, he was in that. I think he came out at the end, or maybe
he like rapped at the championship or something.
At the field. Yeah. That's funny. Man, that's funny.
That kind of minute. I kind of wonder though it's like the realm of anything, right? Like, so you could hear that. Right. So the drum line, like
Yeah.
you could hear that it was basic. And so, I'm sure there's people out there, certainly with, scripture, right? But it may be more so theology, but then with advice or screw tape letters, like there's some people that have a talent for how they hear something and they can apply that. And so I would say for myself, for sure, but I want to believe that there's a lot of other people that are like this, where that's great. You have the knowledge, and it's even great when you get the context, right? But unless you've applied it in reps and sets, there's no stickiness to it, right? And so the notion of being uncomfortable, being comfortable. Yeah, that one. And the other one.
Yeah.
Those two things.
The discomfort in
Being comfortable.
dang.
Exactly, though, right? Like it's not the reps and sets of saying and committing it to like muscle memory. But there are people that I think it'd be like me playing drums, I think, where I could do it, I could learn it, and it'll be work for the rest of my life. And that's where I think people fall away, and why it's in a lot of ways not dangerous. And it's not to detract from people that are naturals at something, right? But if you have the natural who just hears the music, and they're the ones then teaching music, if they have a group of students, a student, most of their students who don't hear it, but just put in the work, you'll never fully connect. And I think in some ways it's sort of like some music that my wife listens to, who is musically inclined, or at least like she can hear notes and read music and the things. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful song." And I'm like I like drumline a little better. Like I don't hear what you hear, because what my brain wants to hear is probably like pop. It's like it's a sliver. Like my brain can only understand a sliver
of what's happening. Yeah.
And there's people that just have this broader range of understanding, broader range of appreciation. And that's what I think is very difficult and dynamic to just understand about yourself. Like you have to understand when something's in range, and when like a Bible study may be fine objectively, but then that Bible study's led by a stud that's like 6'7" and like intense, like cool, good looking. Hypothetically, I'm just saying, hypothetically,
if we were to make it up,
right. Like if I were just prototype, like a Greek god, named Justin, like you might be uncomfortable because you're like, it's like pushing my edge of my range of like the type of people that I'm used to being around or comfortable being around. And it's not like just looks, right? It could be like an intensity, or it could be even a kindness. Like I get really uncomfortable around super kind people,
like compliment driven,
overly nice. Like I get suspect. That's weird. You're weird.
You're trying to snag my Apple Watch so that watch can, unbeknownst to me, pay for something.
Yeah, like I'm constantly like touching, making sure my pants are still on. Like I don't trust you.
Yeah,
but yeah, you
would feel that, right?
You would think. But let me tell you.
Okay,
another time, actually.
No, continue, please.
Yeah, but no, I think that's like it's such an odd thing, right? Like, so you were talking about it's in your belly and feeling on fire. I get that way for so many things. Like I had that feeling, that fire for this podcast for years, and it was fleeting, and I've described it to you in certain ways, like even the Holy Spirit, right? Like I feel like the Holy Spirit is a bird descending upon a lake, and I'm the lake, and it's like, there's nothing solid to land on here.
Oh yeah, you said
fly away. But like the moment it's there and it's hovering at the surface, getting a little drink, it's there. It's like, oh, this is beautiful. If you take a picture of it, it's National Geographic worthy.
Yeah.
And then people obsess over the picture of it. Like, oh, that's what I want. I want the National Geographic picture. And what's missing is the video where like that was
3 seconds.
Yeah, that's what she said. So that moment, that snapshot.
Like how long it takes me to tie my shoe. Like
yeah. No, like how long the bird lands on the water.
Correct.
Yeah. But that's what I think it is for people. Like we all have those moments of, and we talked about this a long time ago too, I think, of it's charming, but is it really inspiring? And I don't know a better, like, even that, like, no, like, that's a saying and there's this difference, but it's like, if it is it fleeting or not. And so it's not really a hypothesis, maybe more of a rhetorical question of like, so what does that mean though, right? Like, does that mean though, is that to just give you a taste, but there's no guarantee that if you take action, it's going to stay, right? Because we're sort of chasing a feeling a lot of times, right? Like, I want to be hooked on this feeling. I want it to like stay. I want that bird to land, have baby birds, a little nest.
Nemo and the birds.
Yeah.
Right.
And I like just stay a while, but
well, you nailed it, right? It's the action. It's the action that needs to take place to find out that answer, right? Like, so it's coming down, Holy Spirit's coming down. It's like, stay with that imagery, and I'm coming down for a little taste. Like, where's the wave? Right? Like, it's a lake, so I don't know, but you never know. It could be like a yacht coming by.
Where's the solid ground? Like, where's the island? I don't know. That's how I think of it.
Right, for the bird to land on is what you're saying.
What am I supposed to land on?
Mm-hmm.
What am I supposed to land? You're a soupy puddle.
I had like 3 different things to go.
I was thinking about myself, by the way. I didn't look at you and say, you're a soupy puddle.
Well, it's just warm in here.
That's what the bird is. Yeah,
so
it is really warm in here. I'm looking forward to fall, by the way.
Yeah, these will be.
I love fall.
But I feel you on that, dude, right? It's the action, because you said sometimes like it could feel like we're chasing a feeling. And I guess that's what like I'm excited to continue to pursue. Because the answer's in the question. Well, like, am I chasing just a feeling? Okay, well, then what's on your mind? Like, what's the next thing that you think would be phenomenal? This. Okay, go get it. Not the entirety of it. Like, if I think of everything I really want to do right now, it's going to be so daunting. Like we were talking about earlier, right? Like, I'm going to do, whatever it is, a hard 75 hard, right? Like, I will never work at that. I won't, because I'll think about the entirety of it, right? Part of it is because I'll tell myself mentally I won't. But the other part of it is just I know, like, if I mess up one part of that whole overarching picture, then I'm just in a boat of shame. But if I get up every single day at 5 a.m. and hit the gym and then hit that walk in the middle of the day and start, right? Like, those flexes, I could do that. And those become non-negotiables. Then I could work my way up to. And then I'll just want to. It's like, oh, shoot. All right, let me rock it for like 30 days. Okay, let me go ahead it. All right, let me go ahead and do this 35-day. Like Jay and I right now, every morning, non-negotiable, right, is I'll get up and now I'll do like 55 push-ups and then like a 80-second plank. It's like the first thing after I take my CPAP machine on, take it off. It's like I can breathe better.
Do you think you'd breathe better with it on though?
Well, no, that's what I mean. But when you press off on it, the thing is still in your nostrils. So you go from breathing really good to like no airflow at all. And you
exercise.
Oh, I wonder if that'd be like cheating and they'd think like I'm having a heart attack.
Oh, does it like?
Because no, it all goes like it's censored and measured. Oh my God, he's pink. He's Cody. He's going up. We messed up the medication this whole time. His blood pressure.
You should try it.
No, but like, so yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. I'll call you tomorrow morning. The ambulance is here. It definitely went the way we thought it would.
Thumbs up in the gurney.
Thanks for the $5,000 charge. We proved the concept, Ron. Yeah. But no, so like Jay, right? Like as a joke, I was doing, and it's a stupid number, but incrementally, right? I was at like 42 and he was like working his way up to like, he was doing 30 and then he was doing 40. And then we were at the beach one day and he was like, I'm going to do as many as I can, and then you're up next. And so just in the sand, he hit it, and that brother went to 50. And I was like, well, at that, I can't let him up me, right? So then I go in and I hit 50.
Straight.
No
stopping. Damn.
And so then we're like, okay, bet. Like, we're going to do this every day, and we're going to hit it. So we did that for a week, and then I was like, 55. You down? Like, you down for it? It's like, screw it, let's do it. And every day, that's where we're at. That's why we're at 55. And so we just had the conversation like 2 days ago. It was like 60. But what's my point? My point is, I remember 6 years ago, being at the freaking 2-bedroom apartment, right? Like, and doing 15, but every day. And then it went to 20, but every day, every morning, right? Those are the things that I know that I can do. I know my temperament. I know that I could build it. You were talking about pyramid earlier, right? Like, I know that I can do those sorts of things. So when I think about what's the overarching thing, what's the thing on your heart, what's the thing that you guys are thinking about in your lives, dads out there or anybody listening, that you want to be able to accomplish, but maybe the goal seems so big and you don't know where to start. Like, what's the next best step? Like, what's the next most important move, right? Whatever. And little choices, dude, like at work,
I'll be going. And then when I feel myself like, all right, well, I'm gonna go work on this thing because I've been wanting to kind of discover it. Totally busy work, not for a deadline, not gonna be productive. It would just be like, all right, it was good. It's good. I have this knowledge that is for nobody, right? Or I have that book right here, the Total Recreation book. And I was like, dude, anytime I get that feeling where I'm just going to do busy work and not actually do productive work, I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to take that book, I'm going to read 3 pages, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit it. It is small stuff to be able to do it. And then the different ways that we kind of take a look at what sacrifice is, right? Sometimes, so often we think of a sacrifice as a giving up or a loss. It's an investment, right? It's a choice and an investment in yourself, right? Like we should never be standing still. We should only have moments of standing still. We're on the mountaintop looking at the mountain we climb, no matter how big or small that mountain is. Take that time. Absolutely appreciate the work and what's happening, who you are and how you're shaping up to be and what you're growing toward. But then what is the next thing to be able to go for, right? But yeah, like a lot of music just going to start going all over the socials. I already started doing that. Like I'm just, because I was hidden and like, I felt like I was keeping my gifts under a bushel basket. And it's like, dude, like, because then what if like Jay, Melody, Nathan really want to go for something? Like, do they have an example to see of someone who did that? Right. And that's where I feel it's kind of at right now.
Yeah. If I could distill that into a couple bullet points, and so I'm trying to apply it to myself too, is I have been the most excited and the most on fire when it's something in the moment where I don't want to plan it out and it's got to like, oh my gosh, it seems like it's an elephant, you know? So that's when I feel the most, I don't know, energized, I guess, right? Like it hits you and you're like, I want to act on this right now.
Yeah.
And that's always the best feeling. And I think that's a little bit of the Blink 182 reference. I think, you know, you were just kind of living a vibe and then like the music hits you and it's just like, this moment is great. And so it was about random moments, right? It wasn't like, when I get home, I'm going to get my Blink 182 album out. I'm going to put on my AFI sweater and cinch down my hoodie, face down in my beanbag, and I'm going to listen to this on repeat. You know, it's like, no,
you took me back,
right? Like you're just driving somewhere or you're coming from somewhere or whatever. And it was this magic moment of the, you know, the stars aligning, whatever it was. So anyway, I was just like, yeah, the best moments are the random moments. The second thing is related to that. Yeah. I think the building blocks or the pyramid or whatever it is, like the push-ups, I think it has to be, at least for some people, but really I think altruistically for everybody, it has to be your building blocks. You can be inspired, charmed by others. You can look at their plan and their program. But if you are trying to like adopt somebody else's way, then it's never going to feel right. Like you won't feel like your authentic self and you'll beat yourself up if you don't succeed at somebody else's way of success.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So then the third thing, back to the screw tape letters, is like, the only way to do it is to just get rid of all the noise. It's to get rid of all the noise, and you have to understand like your way of doing it, right? Your way of drumming or your way of music or whatever, because if you measure that now against anybody else's way, kind of back like to if you were to teach music, it's not saying you would be a bad music teacher, but if you tried to teach me, like, we'll never connect. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
Like it's a different language. And so I think you started off by talking about like, I don't know if we had hit record yet, but a circle of people.
Yes, sir.
You know, but it's like, the whole point is like, it's your circle, right? Or your tribe or the people that you will, I don't think like as much grow. It's not, and I'm not saying you said this, but like, you're not going to grow by copying them. You're going to grow by being around people that unlock the best way for you to grow, right? And the people that say, take action, and not the people sort of, this is usually attributed to parents, but I kind of heard you say it, how you don't want to be with your kids because you want to set a good example, but you don't want to be around people that are like, no, you shouldn't do that. You know, you shouldn't put, like, keep working on your music and get a, you know, more professionally done video before you put that out there or whatever. Right. Hey, let's get a professional setup if you're going to record.
Yeah.
Those are the dream killers.
Yes.
Right? Like, they're not even the dream killers. They're the execution killers. Like, I still have the dream, but I'm not executing.
Yeah.
Because the world gives me reasons not to, and I listen to them. And so, and I'm sorry, a fourth thing though is also, I think sacrifice is about getting rid of something without getting something back for the sheer purpose of getting rid of something.
Exactly.
Right. Like I need to sacrifice myself, this comfort, this like layers of comfort, also called fat sometimes. But, like layers of not you, me, layers of habit, layers of fear, layers of doubt. And then we go to something that makes us comfortable. And it's just like, no, I got to sacrifice this piece of me. And that may seem obvious, but it's like we wrap ourselves up, though, in that like, well, but I'm somebody that likes to be comfortable. And I like to sit on my couch when all my family's busy and I'm home by myself. I am somebody that likes to sit on my couch and have my me time and my quiet time.
I work hard.
Yeah, I
work
deserve this.
Like, yeah.
And it's like, no, like you need to sacrifice that notion of being comfortable because it's that noise. It's just noise.
That's it.
It's lulling you into this like complacency and sedentary life where you're like, oh, yeah, I guess mediocrity is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Like I'll gladly take that white picket fence and house with 2.5 kids and a dog and that job that pays me consistently.
Yeah.
As if like that's the mold in which we all need to
pays the bills.
Pays the bills.
Yeah, sounds like you're thriving.
Oh yeah,
right?
Wow! Pat on the back for paying your bills. Not to take anything away from paying your bills.
No, that's huge.
Right?
That's
but
huge.
the context is like you're settling for that.
Exactly.
That's as good as it gets.
Exactly.
And in some ways too, like that's cool. Like Land Rover, or sweet Chevy Tahoe, like whatever. Congratulations. That's as good as it gets. Are you on the mountain now? Is that like?
And listen again.
That's where you stopped. Okay.
That's right. Because the mountain is like the peak of the mountain is to look back, but then continue forward.
Sure.
It's not to camp, And
I think you need it for a progress check too.
Sure.
Right. Like, look how far I've come.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Let's keep going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think that's huge.
I personally find, I was thinking about this the last couple of weeks, is I'm most motivated by progress at work, at least. I was thinking about it at work. There was a couple things I was frustrated by, trying to break it down, and I got it. Like, it's because we're not making progress. We're not improving. We've settled for that, whatever, that status quo. We've settled for paying the bills. I'm always the one banging my head against a wall and bumping into things like, but we could do it better. We could be more efficient. And everyone would be happier and and you're like,
we're paying the bills.
Yeah, that's great, but those are potholes. We'll just go around those for now. We'll pay the bills, which like is so pragmatic, and it's in some ways wisdom. It won't though satisfy me.
Yeah,
I will never be. I can never subscribe to that. It's just not in me. That's not who I am. To go, you know what? I'm going to rewire myself to just be happy paying the bills and be fine with the potholes. Like it drives me nuts. The freaking cracks in the streets.
Yep, same.
And I'm like, those are not hard to fill. Like I don't understand why 8 years and you guys can't fill those cracks in the street. I've written you letters and I pay taxes and I don't understand why this is such a big deal. It's just like, it's not hard. It's not difficult, but it's safe enough.
Yeah. And I think that's it for me. I want my kids to be undeniably courageous. I want them to strive for what they want. And I want them to be reasonable, sure, right? But I want them to strive. I want to be able to give my kids an example. I want to give them the freedom to understand that they have the opportunity to go after it, period. Go after it, period. Right? Like if you're passionate about it and you put your heart to it, that's something greater than you calling you to that, right? So the only thing that can get in the way of that is you.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And the noise and everything you were chatting about, right? Like, it's the only thing that can get in the way. During the journey, you'll discover if it's going to work or not, because you'll find yourself more and more being uncomfortable, being comfortable, right? Like, you'll keep going after it. Then when that desire to keep going after it leaves, then you'll know.
Yeah.
Because the things that you want to be able to achieve are going to be undying. Like this is one of them for me, right? Like, it's starting to become... there's always something like I want to keep doing and I enjoy doing this, right? But like when I talk about those non-negotiables, like this is becoming that. Like it's happening. Like we're hitting it, like, and I am like, I'm gonna dive in and do more. But anyway, but I have to be that example. And so that is a part of a sacrifice, which is a giving up of something, to your point, without expecting anything back, which can translate into an investment in yourself, putting that work in. And then they'll be able to see that. So, but if I decide to be the cozy, comfortable, just kicking it, and I'm okay with the whole, like, I'll just go through the motions. Like I cannot do that I can't do that, dude. I would go absolutely insane. I would not be able to do that. But if we really are like brewing like the next leaders, right? The generation of leaders in their own right, then we have to lead well.
Yeah.
We have to lead well. And then and vice versa, you know, the way we treat our spouses and stuff like that. So my head's been wrapped around in all of this stuff, you know, kind of like the last week or so. But that's where I feel, or I mean, that's just kind of where it is. This is me saying a lot of filler words.
Well,
It blinks again. We're gonna have bloopers off this one, and we're due. We're due for a blooper reel.
I know.
So we got
way too comfortable.
We have a lot of material. Don't worry, it's coming. Jolene, right? Remember when she was like, "I watched the bloopers."
Fangirl, I only watch the bloopers. Jeez, where we just your entertainment.
Oh,
Are we here in entertainment?
I'm a puppet on a string.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This whole bit's just for Jolene. Jolene. We'll have to bookmark this and send it to you.
Yeah. How do you bookmark a computer?
You stick a bookmark in it. Well, a laptop's easy.
No, I know, but I'm saying like this screen. I don't know why I'm talking about.
I mean, the way that came off is like that's been a burning question on your mind for a really long time.
I haven't found
Just
the
finally,
answer yet.
finally, somebody teed it up for me. I wanted to ask, but I've been too embarrassed because nobody addressed it. Nobody gave me the segue to ask that question. Tears.
Not even I got it. Now I know it's easier on a laptop.
Yeah,
It's good.
that's what I wanted to say right now as my brain short circuiting is like some Japanese wisdom. Because back to grasshopper.
Yeah.
Grasshopper. To bookmark computer, you must first make origami chicken, and then origami chicken naturally bookmark your brain, and that is the lesson. And so that kind of wisdom, right, where you're like, and people are memeing the heck out of it and like putting it all over the internet, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And that dude is like 400 years old, just like people stupid. I was super high.
That was my audition for SNL.
I drank so much sake. I don't remember saying that.
Everyone is like literally
Yeah.
their life.
You changed
goals.
the course of history. Some old lady knitted it in crochet. Little
9,000 TED Talks referencing this thing.
Yeah. And that dude's just laughing like.
I mean, millions didn't even know this is not a good accent, but
No, I love it's like one of my favorite movie lines of all time is in Talladega Nights. Where Ricky Bobby says back to his dad,
if you're not first, you're
Yeah.
last.
like what?
I remember
That's
saying
stupid. There's second, there's third. He's like, well, I didn't smoke a lot of peyote.
that. I tried to do it my whole life
Yeah,
around.
exactly. That's it. Like that's. But now I swear every time I see a meme that catches on, I just picture like some like Confucius or whomever,
Yeah.
just like
Aristotle. Right?
like waking up the next day and the village has gone nuts over it. Like ancient Greece is going crazy over Socrates, and he's like, "Dang, I was drunk." Like,
Gang of wine last night.
what happened? Yeah, like what did I say?
What were in the grapes?
What did I say? And like you come back to life, like in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or something. Like
Yeah.
you would go back in time, they grab him, bring him forward to the future, and be like, "I said that."
Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Or you just show him his own quote, like, "That's stupid."
It's like, that's
Who said that?
gibberish.
Yeah,
Person's rambling.
yeah. Grasshopper becomes a master?
First of all, we're human.
Yeah. Why would a grasshopper be the master of anything?
He could be the master at jumping, but he does cheat because he got wings, kind of.
Yeah.
So he flies, sort of. So he's like the Hulk with fairy wings.
Is that what that R. Kelly song is about? I Believe I Could Fly? Like that's about
Oh,
is that
I'm
about
glad you put a title to.
I believe I can fly, spread my thorax and touch the sky. Does that go?
Yeah. I don't remember. The thorax. No, that was the lorax. Was a great.
Oh,
Yeah, not the thorax. You're thinking about the thorax because you were thinking about Marvel, and then you're still sort of on the whole.
Thor. Oh,
Chris Hemsworth can drum, right? You're still kind of
I thought
salty
you
about
promised to never mention its name again.
that's on me.
That's hurtful.
I take ownership of that one, man. I apologize.
Don't touch me. No, don't touch me. Screw you, Chris Hemsworth.
Respectfully, this is a podcast.
Yes, respectfully.
Respect. Screw you.
Apparently, some people would like to.
Right. Well,
That's pretty solid.
this was a good one.
Hopefully, we hit record.
Yeah, it gave the final countdown. Remember, because I did the countdown on the screen.
Who sings that?
I don't know.
This was a big point of pride for me as a kid. My dad used to always do like music trivia. Like, who's this? Who's this?
Don't.
Everywhere we go. Like, we going? What direction are we going?
One
Hey,
direction.
what street is this? And that's all I had. And so that's one of those songs, and where I'm gonna remember this. No, I don't remember who it is. You know what? And I don't care.
And that's fine. But if you know the band,
Put it in the comments.
leave it in the comments.
Well, you know, Josh, like I always like to say,
Just because you're a bad dad sometimes doesn't mean you need to stay one.
no, you don't. Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate you.
Sometime. Is it playing? I don't know something. There it goes.
It is playing.
It is playing.
Hello, hello.
Hey, had to wake up the amplifier, make sure.
That's right. It went 9 guy.
It'd be funny if we just like kept the outro going, like, and see how long we could take it. Actually, like
we should.
we'll turn off the music. And we're like, oh, good thing this shows up. Gosh,
No, it's a big time, guys. I mean,
man, that show was.
my
had
knee-
diarrhea the whole time.
yeah, I smelled it. I smelled it because a
Did
couple
you?
of those spices
Oh, man.
leaked out. They did. I smelled
they?
it. Yeah.
I think
My-
I gambled and
My
lost on one of them.
knee has been locked.
Oh, shout out to Shark, by the way,
Yeah. Shark. For
my brother-in-law.
oh, that's right. I thought sharks. I thought, yeah. That makes sense. I thought you said shark, which would be totally stupid.
Oh no, Shark.
Yeah.
It's a soft T.
Which and that signifies spray fart.
Brave fart?
Spray fart.
No. William.
It's still is freedom. That's to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, he's still. I mean, there's freedom in that.
I think we're still recording.
Okay, I should press stop.